Hi there, my name is Stefan and I'm part of the Bravo Paramotors team, and today I am here to present you the Goliath. This is the biggest and the meanest machine that we're building in our workshop. Why I'm saying this is the biggest and the meanest, let me show you. Come here in the back. And it's the biggest and the meanest because this one has the biggest power plant that we can install on these machines, and it's a Rotax 582, a 65 horsepower engine, water cooled. Basically it's a beast, has a lot of thrust, and it can take you in the air in no time. We fitted this engine with the on the ground adjustable propeller, so basically you can fine tune the propeller so you have the perfect ratio or the perfect balance between thrust and fuel consumption. Obviously it has an electric start, which makes the whole thing so much more convenient and at the same time so much safer, because you can prepare, you can have your passenger inside, everything done, and then when you push a button, you press the button and you're ready to fly. No more pull starts, no nothing. Of course it has a pull start just for the case that the battery is depleted or something like that, but that's very rare to use, although it's there. Going further, we can see the frame. It's a very sturdy and beefy construction, and although it looks very beefy and heavy, it's a very light construction because it's all aluminum. Everything is aluminum tube reinforced, everything very well designed and calculated. Based on the European laws, this machine is fully certified. Given the weight of this whole Trike, we opted for gas shock absorbers, so basically we have a real suspension with swing arms and shocks, which makes it a very comfortable ride. Going even down further, we have very big and beefy tires on aviation aluminum rims with ball bearings, and having these very big balloon tires, they can as well absorb a lot and dampen a lot of shocks, rocks. So this Trike is suitable for almost any kind of terrain, which can be an airfield, even a kind of a rocky style of strip. If you look down under the engine, basically it's very hard to see if you're not paying attention. It's a custom-made fully aluminum fuel tank, which makes it a lot more safer because it cannot have any leaks, and basically it's a beefy fuel tank especially designed for this particular model and unit. The main difference between our small Trike David and this big boy Goliath is that the pilot sits in the front seat and the passenger in the rear seat. What that means is that once you balance the whole Trike, basically once you adjust the CG based on the pilot's weight, you can have any kind of passenger, even a 65 kilograms, even an 85 kilograms, or even a 120 kilogram passenger. The balance of the machine does not change, which is very convenient for heavy tandems. If you have 10, 15 persons in a day that you want to fly, one goes out and one goes in. So that makes it very efficient for the pilot which wants to do this for a living. As you can see here, it's fitted with a one-way bearing pulley and trimmer handles, which makes this Trike suitable for an X-wing, which is a very fast and easy to take off wing. Basically almost all the tandem pilots know what I'm saying about. Or you can fly it to the regular wing, which again makes it we can fly it with a regular tandem wing, which makes it very versatile. So basically whatever you want to fly with it, it's ready to go. As you can see here in front, we have a very generous dashboard with all the basic instruments for a safe flight: fuel level, RPM, temperature, water temperature of the coolant, an hour meter, which is very important mainly for the life of the engine, so you know when to do maintenance and keep everything under control. An USB port, charging port for whatever device you want to have, and here we have place for a tablet, GPS, whatever you want to use for navigation. Here we have the ignition switches, which are two of them because we have double ignition for safety reasons. So basically before every flight you can check every ignition separately, so you know you're good to go. Starting button on off for the power. Here we have the choke, cruise control, which is very important again for long flights. It's a very handy tool to have. We gave it a lot of thoughts about designing the whole thing, so we have even an antenna holder here, you know, for the guys that want to make it 100% legal and flying with all the devices that are required to fly in crowded and regulated spaces. Front fork, again a very sturdy construction made of stainless steel with a big balloon tire like in the rear, which can take a lot of hits, so will make the ride still very nice and smooth. Of course, a disc brake, which is very handy for stopping in really tight spaces, landing in really tight spaces or tighter spaces, and warming up the engine. As I mentioned before, it's a very important thing, and this tool helps you a lot. You just lock the front wheel, right, and then you can warm up the engine safely. I don't know if you already saw it, but this bracket looks like it was welded by a drunk person, but I'm telling you that it was not. It's on purpose designed and fitted like this. because this is the bracket for a ballistic parachute, which means that you will have a very small handle which you pull with 2 fingers, and a rocket would just pull the whole safety parachute out of the container, and you will be safe in a matter of seconds. So again, this is ballistic parachute bracket, and that is a very nice option to have. And basically this angle that you see here is especially made and calculated so it clears this suspension linkage and the wheel. Because of the forward movement, there is a lot of wind, so we need to pull away or to push away the chute slightly at an angle so we're safe from these elements. I want to say that this machine looks really good and really sexy. So basically, being the biggest and the most reliable machine that we are building in our workshop, we are highly recommending it for its high quality and its high reliability of, well-known Rotax engine reliability and the high quality of the craftsmanship. We recommend this Trike for everyone who wants a really high quality and reliable tool for tandems.